There's nothing better than a comeback. At the back of the pack, but then emptying the tank and crossing the line first. What a feeling.
There's nothing like it. It's what sport is all about. So many great sporting moments have been comebacks against seemingly impossible odds.
I know, sporting comebacks are amazing. But today, let's look at a comeback that is even better than those that sport can provide. The comeback that puts us back in the race. We know that, just like Adam and Eve, our relationship with God has been broken. We misuse our talents for our own gain, and our relationships with others have been fractured.
Yeah, and that extends to our sport too.
But in Romans, Paul tells us the amazing news that, because of what Jesus has done, we can now reflect God in our talents and relationships. And in Romans 12, Paul tells us exactly how we are changed by Jesus. Therefore, I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Wow, so if I've understood right, we can now use our bodies as worship to God. Instead of following the pattern of the world, where we're disconnected from God, we can be changed and renewed by Him?
Exactly. What a comeback. Just think about that in the context of your sport. Now, with a restored relationship with God, our talents and relationships can be used and enjoyed as they were meant to be.
That's amazing for sure, but it all seems a bit abstract. How does this actually apply when I'm on the track?
Well, Paul goes on further in this passage. He shows us that we've been given talents by God. For us, that means we are born to jump, to swim, to run. It is an act of worship to use the talents God has given us on the pitch. And our relationships are now changed too. Paul says we honour others above ourselves. We share with those who are in need. And we do this with everyone, with teammates, but also with the opposition too.
Wow, that's awesome. But it's also intimidating. It doesn't sound easy to live that way in the heat of the moment.
And that is why this is the greatest comeback of all time. We aren't separated from God anymore. And it is only through our new relationship with God that we can change to worship Him in our sport. Our body can be a living sacrifice that we can use to worship Him. Your talents as a sportsperson can be used to represent and celebrate the God who gave them to you. And you can do it with people you love in your team and the opponent who's against you in a match. Because of Jesus, we are back in the race.